Hi, this video is about solving inequalities using addition and subtraction, and we'll look at two example problems that we'll solve using inequalities. First problem, I have an empty suitcase that weighs 9 pounds. The weight limit that the airlines impose is 50 pounds for luggage. It must weigh 50 pounds or less. How many pounds of stuff can I put into the suitcase? Second problem, I'm going to go strawberry picking for me and a friend. I have to give my friend 5 pounds of strawberries, but I need to have more than 12 pounds left for myself. How many pounds of strawberries do I have to pick? Let's see how to represent and solve these problems using inequalities. So let's take a look at the first problem. We'll represent it as follows. We'll let S be the variable that represents the pounds of stuff that I could put into my suitcase, and the inequality would be this. The number of pounds of stuff I have plus 9, which is the weight of the suitcase, has to be less than or equal to 50 pounds. Now I can solve that using one of the basic moves that we used for equations, and it also works for inequalities, and that is we can subtract 9 from each side of the inequality, and we're left with S is less than or equal to 41 pounds. So that means that I could put 41 pounds or less stuff in my suitcase. Now let's check the answer. We really need to do 3 checks. We need to verify that a value less than 41 makes this inequality true, that a value of 41 also makes it true, and that values greater than 41 make it false. So let's see how that would work out. Well, 40 is less than 41, so let's check that as a solution first. We'll substitute 40 for S, and we'll get 40 plus 9, that's 49. That is less than or equal to 50, so 40 works. Let's check 41. We substitute 41 for S, and we get 41 plus 9, that is 50, and that is less than or equal to 50, so 41 also works. Now let's check something that's more than 41 to make sure that that doesn't work. And if we put 42, let's say, into this inequality, we have 42 plus 9, that's 51, less than or equal to 50. Nope, but that's okay because that's the result that we need. Now let's do the second problem. I'm going strawberry picking, and I have to give my friend 5 pounds of strawberries, but I need to have more than 12 pounds left for myself. So how many pounds of strawberries do I have to pick? Here's what that would look like as an inequality. We use B to represent the number of pounds of berries to pick, and the inequality looks like this. B minus 5, in other words, what I pick, less the 5 pounds that I give to my friend, still has to be more than 12. Now I can also solve this one using one of the properties of inequalities that looks like a property of equations, and that is to add the same thing to both sides of the inequality. So I'll add 5 to each side, and I'll get B is greater than 17. So that means that I need to pick more than 17 pounds of strawberries. Now let's check the answer, and we'll use a number that's greater than 17 to make sure that it works, equal to 17 to make sure that it doesn't work, and less than 17 to make sure that that doesn't work as well. So we'll check 20. That should work. We'll substitute 20 for B, and we'll get 20 minus 5, that's 15. Is that greater than 12? Yes, it is. So first part is okay. We'll check 17. 17 minus 5 is 12. Is 12 greater than 12? No. 12 is not greater than 12, but that's okay. So our solution is still correct. And now let's check 16. Now 16 should give us an incorrect inequality. 16 minus 5 is 11. Is 11 greater than 12? Nope, but that's okay because that's the result that we need. Okay, here are 2 problems for you to try. I'd like you to copy the problems to your journal, solve them, do the checks that we talked about, and then after you stop the video and do those, restart the video and you'll see the solutions. So here's the solution to the first problem. We'll add 30 to each side, and we're left with 70 is greater than x. Now, one thing that I think makes these sorts of problems easier is when you express the inequality with the variable on the left side. That way you can read it from left to right, and it's kind of easier to understand. So we're going to flip this one around. We're going to flip everything. So we're going to put the x on the left, 70 on the right, and we're going to flip the inequality. So this solution will be x is less than 70. And you don't have to do that, it just makes it much easier to understand. Okay, so with x is less than 70, we're going to check 60, 70, and 80. And if we check 60, is 40 greater than 60 minus 30? Well, yes it is. So 40, because it's less than 70, or rather 60 because it's less than 70, should be a solution. Is 70 a solution? Well, according to our answer, it shouldn't be. Let's see. Is 40 greater than 70 minus 30? 40 greater than 40? Nope, but that's okay. And how about 80? 80 should also be incorrect. So we'll check 80. So 40 is greater than 80 minus 30. 40 is greater than 50. Nope, that's not true, but that's okay. So our solution checks. And now let's take a look at the last problem. We will subtract 16 from each side and get negative 6 is less than a, or we can flip that around and get a is greater than negative 6. And for the check, we'll check numbers that are less than negative 6, equal to negative 6, and greater than negative 6. So negative 7 is less than negative 6, so that shouldn't work. And in fact, is 10 less than negative 7 plus 16? Is 10 less than 9? No, it's not. So that's okay. Now we're going to check negative 6. Is 10 less than 10? Is 10 less than negative 6 plus 16? Nope, but that's okay because because negative 6 is not a solution. And now we'll check negative 5. 10 is less than negative 5 plus 16. Is 10 less than 11? Yes, it is. And that is as it should be. So negative 5 is a solution. And now we know that our solution is correct. And now I just put the solutions graphed on a number line for you so that you see what those look like.